a non-believer.
You don't believe there's a God?
No, humanists don't believe that there is a God, and we don't believe there's an afterlife. What we do believe is that we have one life. This life, we know we have this life, and that we must lead this life to the full, and we must treat our fellow human beings with compassion and with respect and value their views and open-mindedness, and so that when we do leave, I hope that when I die, I leave a legacy of true value, and that's what we think. We're the here and now. We can't say that there isn't.
Would you like there to be? Would you like this to be?
Well, wouldn't anybody? I mean, wouldn't anybody if you're on his site to say, yeah, I go on from here and I'm going to meet all the people in my life who I've loved. But I don't actually believe that. I just think that, you know, we live a life with them. Humans live a life with a moral code of respect and compassion, and so we have to make the most of the life we've got now. If there is something afterwards, well, then that would be a bonus. But I don't believe there is, and nor do humanists.
I'm going to come to Rudy Funk now. You're a firm believer in God, aren't you? Well, is that because you don't come from this country originally? Because the country you came from had a firm belief in God and you were brought up with that?
Oh, absolutely. I remember from the early days in my life, you know, every Sunday, you know, it was religiously, if I may say so, we've had to go to church, you know. We as kids, we walked 10 paces in front of our parents, and then there was an hour of service, and after that, you know, there was probably a few drinks and so on and so forth, so that was part of your life.
As kids?
You know, as kids, yes, that's part of your life. But as I grew older, obviously, I still, like I said, please don't get me wrong, I'm not like the Americans, you know, where they gather in 300 or 400 or 500 in a group and they sing hallelujah and all this. I don't believe in that. I believe there is a God out there is a force out there which overlooks us all. And it's quite right what Sid just said. He said there's guidelines, but if you go back in years and years and years down the line, even in the earlier days, everybody, they believed in God, they believed in their own religion.
And in the point, and I'm sure it applies to both our special guests in the studio, to Karen Peck and let's still call you Reverend David Fudger. You're just David now.
You call me Reverend?
Former Reverend. Reverend Priest. Oh no, then the producer answers because his name is Drake. Seriously, Reverend David, people come to you when they're crying out for help.
Yeah.
Are you God's man on earth to link us to that help that maybe some of us want there?
I hope I'm a link. I'm a purveyor of something that God wants to do at that particular time. So I would pray with people. That's been part of what I've been doing 40 years. Sometimes talking about healing, laying on of hands, if that's been necessary for people.
Have you laid hands on people in healing?
Oh yes, yes.
Are you a healer?
I think some people might come. I've had a number of letters in the last few days saying thank you for all your ministry of healing and the fact that you've been God in the place where I needed you most. So yeah, that's been very powerful, really.
That you've invoked the help of the Almighty to heal people.
I hope I've been a purveyor of that, yes.
And some people you have. Even if they think you have, you're probably halfway there.
I've laid hands on people at King's Mill Hospital just before an operation. And on one occasion, one lady came to me and said, the doctor isn't going to do the operation. Something has happened in between the prayer and going down to the theatre. And she said, I will never forget you. And that's I would call that a miracle.